Hello, everybody. Hi, Trish.
Hey, Miss
Hi.
Clara.
How are you?
How are
Happy
you?
Friday, friend.
I'm very happy it's Friday, and I think you and I have the same T-shirt on today.
Oh, you got the memo. Good. Okay, I'm glad that you got the memo because
Got
this is
the
how we
memo.
roll. Yeah, this is how we roll in List Perfectly. Okay, we were twinsies, the uniform of List Perfectly. So
Exactly.
this is exciting. It's been a while. All right. Wow. Last time it's been a year.
It's been a year. It has. It has been a whole 9 days. You are correct.
Hey, Hodgepodge fam, how are you? Tommy, my love, how are you? C. Parkers, hey, good morning, good afternoon. Hey. Hi, Julie, Fabric and Treasures. I love your handle. Hi, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about the Depop contest for resellers. So I'm super excited. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Clara. I am the co founder of List Perfectly. I am the non technical co founder. That means that I don't code, okay? That's Amanda, my other co founder. She's the one coding with engineers and all that stuff. So I am the one that is in charge of breaking, okay, what my tech team designs, all right? So, and then we have amazing Trish, my director of events, my loyal friend as well, that has been with us since the conception of List Perfectly and that is being so active in our community. Thank you, Trish, for joining us today.
Of course.
Thank you, everybody. We're going to have fun because, yes, we're going to be talking about with Trish. As you know, Trish is our director of events, but also education. So Trish has prepared an amazing presentations for you to increase, diversify, and expose the same inventory to a new marketplace. And what we're recommending you now, I chose to partner with Depop Marketplace because we are very happy. They have well, we'll talk about it. They have so many. I don't know where to start the benefits that they're doing right now. I'm just going to start by I'm gonna tell you one thing, and this game, I'm gonna start with something. They do not penalize you for selling in multiple marketplaces. I'm just gonna start right off the bat.
And
And
that is really a huge thing right now. I mean, it's a major concern. And I don't know if you would say it, but I will say it. Poshmark has gone a little crazy
oh,
and they're not sure how to deal with it.
Poshmark, but oh
Yeah.
my goodness, too strict, Poshmark.
And, if you sell listen, it used to be that you could have a business and you could only sell on one platform. It's much more difficult to do that now.
Yeah,
And we need multiple hooks in the water. And, most of us are selling the same item across multiple platforms.
right.
And Depop expects that. Not only is okay with that, they expect it. It's an expected behavior at Depop, which puts us in a much better position as resellers.
Exactly. So they understand, okay, that of course they have like literally 6 and 7 digit sellers focusing only on Depop. And if you're one of those, you can also use List Perfectly because we can help you if you're managing multiple Depop shops. Okay, remember, you need the approval from Depop, and to qualify for a second shop, you must be a top rated seller. All right. So these are the tips that we're going to be talking about today about how to increase your income by exposing the same inventory to this marketplace, to this audience. Exactly. Thank you, Julie. Julie says, good business practice is not putting all your eggs in one basket. That is correct. Julie, that is correct. This is why we keep adding marketplaces in List Perfectly, and we're not we haven't changed prices. Exactly. So diversifying, because the more you guys grow, the more List Perfectly grows. So, oh yeah, and then Tommy says that's because they're small fish in a big pond themselves.
It's
Yeah,
probably true, Tommy. It's probably true.
that's right. That's right. That's right. So today we're going to be talking, definitely, we're going to give you a lot of information. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to give us a like, okay? And this, in case you have to do something else or you're not able to attend it, you can watch it later. It's going to be available anytime, all right? This is going to be available on our YouTube channel, which leads perfectly to those of you watching us on Facebook. Thank you again. So, Trish, would you like to give us? She's gonna do a presentation, guys. Oh, I'm so excited because you really took this presentation to the next level. You've been working. You've done two webinars with Depop so far, and I have to say it's been a pleasure working with Team Depop.
Yeah, they've been great.
Yeah, and
Really
any of you, if you have been suspended for whatever reason, okay, you can message me on list perfectly. We're in direct contact. Depop understands, okay, that maybe they were a little too strict, okay, and they're very willing to review any kind of suspension, and we've been successfully removing suspensions from many, many, many people. We understand that sometimes a butter knife, okay, might have got you suspended. We know, they know, okay, so just message me in list perfectly on the bottom right corner, smiley icon, and then say attention to Clara, and I need your shop name and the email that you use to log into Depop. That's the only two things I need, and then Team Depop can do the rest. All right, so again, thank you, Team Depop. Not only they send us incredible swag, but they also, wow, they came with good prices, guys. Wow, they came with good prices. Talk about Depop goodies, but also there is more than Depop goodies. So I was very excited, Trish, when they approached us and they say that they were excited to work with a multi-billion-dollar company. It's just exciting, So it was so amazing that Depop reached out and said, Clara, what can we do for the community? And I'm like, literally, we're sitting down. Okay, so how can we help them? And then to have Team Depop say, hey, we have many resellers, okay, 6-7 digits, selling exclusively in Depop and making very good money. But just in case you want to be a multi-channel seller, you are welcome on Depop Marketplace. No, you will not be penalized for removing listings because you sold it out in Poshmark, because you sold it out on eBay. These came from Team Depop. And let's say
that's a big deal.
That's a big deal. And let's suppose a mistake is made. Message them. Team Depop is very, very thorough right now. They're really doing very good on receiving your feedback and reviewing maybe some suspensions or any kind of maybe challenge that you might have suffered with Depop. So this is the new Depop. We're very, very honored to partner with them. We even noticed that I was playing video games, and I even seen their Depop advertising. So this is the kind of partners we want to partner with, because the more advertising they do, the more buyers they reach. And when I see that, that's a telltale for me to say, hey, this marketplace, it's strong right now, and they're really they're going to expose my items that I publish, okay, to a great, great, great audience. So that was exciting, Trish.
Yeah, I agree with you. So before we get into the contest a little, let's just talk about them in general for a minute.
Exactly.
Everybody is on the same page. So this is tips from Team Depop themselves. They primarily are a fashion and accessory platform, right? So that's basically what they do. Now, they do have some other things, but you cannot have anything that plugs in. You cannot have anything electronic. What was that? Yeah, not selling that.
Nope.
But because they're a little bit more restrictive about what you can sell on there, there's some really good bonus points, in my opinion. And one of them is there are no selling fees. So there are 0 selling fees. There is a 3.3 service fee and a 45-cent transaction fee, and that is it. And we pay that on everything.
I think even your phone like that, Trish.
I am on Do Not Disturb. I do not know how that happened. I literally looked up and thought, how the hell did that happen?
I don't know, but it was perfect.
I know.
But that's amazing, Trish. Come on, 3.3%. okay, and then 0.40, not even 50 cents,
Right.
guys. So that's just that, and then the buyer is the one paying for
Right.
this. The fees get transferred to the buyer, so they don't have, you don't, if even in a return, okay, it's even more simple than other marketplaces.
Yeah, absolutely. And so one of the things that Team Depop really stresses is listing consistently.
Mm.
That it's one of the things that helps their algorithm. Now, anyone who goes to mastermind with me, anybody who goes to goals with me, anyone who ever talks to me, I think listing consistently is one of, if not the most important thing you can do on any platform. And
Right.
what I respect Depop for doing is saying it out loud, because a
Yeah.
lot of the other platforms, they don't give us any indication about how their
No,
algorithms work.
list, but yeah, beautiful. But what do you mean? So, in other words, guys, it's better to list 3 items a day than 10 listings every 3 days. Does that
Correct.
make sense?
Yes.
So, better to do that. Take the time to optimize it, slow down. That's going to increase your sell-through rate. That means that from the time that you listed, from the time you're shipping, because you're putting the time of creating a quality listing, then, not only you're going to be ranking higher on visibility, all right, but that consistency also is going to help you to be found easier by buyers when you're listing, especially items that might be a trending style or maybe
Right.
not one of a kind.
And here's the other thing that's interesting to me about it is they also say in this
Chris, they're like, it's the only thing she talks about daily. Thank you, Tommy.
Tommy, you're not supposed to throw me under the bus in front of my boss, Tommy. The only other thing that I found really interesting about what they said under the list consistently is that top sellers, so their top sellers is called top star sellers, I think, and they're saying that top sellers list at least 50 items a month. Now, for most of us, that should be a very easy goal.
Oh my God.
For most of us, that should be a very easy goal in a month. And so what that also shows to me is to be a very successful seller on Depop, you don't have to list thousands and thousands and thousands of items, right? It also shows me that, you can have a more consistent store and a more, in and out kind of store rather than maybe what you could on eBay. So that makes me extremely happy.
Yep. Oh, it's called, look at, guys, the top seller. That's what it's called. I got it.
Is that from Depop?
Yes, that's a beautiful swag that Team Depop sent. Thank you again. And this one, what is about? Oh God, everybody, please. Okay. I'm gonna put a banner right now. Okay, this is a pro tip moment. Please, help us to help you. All right. If you're cross listing to multiple marketplaces and you're sending the same price to Depop, you're losing money. you're doing a dishonor to your shop, to your customer, and to your business practices. Trish, can you elaborate why?
Sure. So when you list the same on Depop as other platforms, you're actually pricing higher due to the varying fee structure, right? So what that means is sellers pay on top of the price. So if you're selling across the board and I do $100 on each one, 100 on Posh, 100 on eBay, and I figure, all right, everybody's taking 20 to 25%. Depop's not even taking 4%. Okay. But the buyer,
not even with the 45 cents. Okay.
right.
Not even 4. That is well said. Not even 4%. Thank you, Trisha.
Yeah. So if you think of it that way, they're not even taking 4% of your sale. So what Depop suggests is to price aggressively, meaning price where you would actually want to sell it. And take in mind that you are not going to pay the extra fees, the 20% platform fees or more that some of us pay. So to price aggressively and that you could still make as much money or more money on Depop, but with a lower price point. Exactly. And so the buyer has an incentive to buy on Depop rather than on the other platforms.
That's right. So it's important, to adjust that the price because of the fees and this fee structure, like Trish said.
Oh, I just wanted to throw out there. I just want everyone to know their buyer premium is 5%. It is not even high comparatively to other things. It's 5%. And when you are a Depop buyer, you know this. No one's going to be surprised. This is just part of the culture on Depop.
Right.
We all know another platform that tried to instill this and it did not work because they didn't have it and then they did it and then they tried to take it back. But on Depop, it's a common practice. So everyone's used to it.
Exactly. So it's like you said, very well said. It's a common practice. So that's the beauty of reselling on multiple platforms. So if you're selling successfully on eBay, if you're selling successfully in Poshmark, I'm not telling you to stop selling there. What I'm telling you is this is Q1. Okay, Q4 is done, but Q1, now is your chance to close those sales that you didn't on Q4, all right? Because now people are going to get their tax returns. And you know what we do with the tax returns. We all indulge in something. To those of us that get something sometimes, okay? So because I understand, there might be people.
Absolutely.
Yeah, some people might have some challenges, but please don't underestimate the power of Q1. That was my second strongest quarter, maybe because I specialize on the vintage winter clothing, and that was my strongest, especially because Depop is heavy on Depop clothing and accessories. And so please focus on this Q1. Definitely, you need to give it a try to Depop. Hi, Dina, my love. Hey there. Welcome, love.
I put this slide in because you had mentioned seeing Depop in a video game. I just would like to say Depop is actively marketing their own thing. So it's really good because they are bringing new people to the platform all the time. And so I think that we should just keep in mind that they are growing and that we want to get in on the ground floor and be able to grow with them, in my opinion.
Yeah. And look, Julie just saying, I just sold two $50 Christmas ornaments yesterday. Nice, Julie. Nice. Again, for those of you that you think that Christmas ornaments, you sell it only on Christmas, there is always sentimental people that for some reason, even if you bought it in Walmart, they will buy it, okay? And that's Teresa going to Walmart at 6 a.m. after holiday sourcing, okay? Yeah. Great technique, okay? You just gotta not party the previous day.
Well, then I'm out. Depop really used to have like the idea that it was kind of like Poshmark, and it isn't. Right. Depop is not follower feed. No. Depop is search first. So I want you to remember. I'm sorry, I might sneeze.
Bless you. Okay, it didn't work, Trish.
Yeah, it did. I sneezed. Thank you. Okay, I so apologize, everybody.
Oh, Trish, please.
I just want everyone to know that Depop is search first, and it's personalized to each buyer. So what Depop's algorithm does is it kind of learns what your style is, what you're looking for, what you're looking at, and then it shows you those items. Right. So focus on creating great individual listings that will ensure they'll be served to the most relevant potential buyers. So they use a lot of keywords. They do a lot of those things. Now, they do not have a title, which I think is what kind of messes up most traditional resellers. When we go from, listing on eBay or listing on Poshmark to over to Depop, we're like, what do you mean it doesn't have a title? It seems it doesn't, we don't compute that. But I don't want anyone to think like I made this great title and now it goes to waste. It doesn't, because List Perfectly has mapped it, and it's the first sentence in the description. And the description is totally searchable. So, Clara and Amanda took care of that. So that piece is done for you and we don't have to worry about it. And it helps with the search.
Absolutely, absolutely. And one of the things I'm seeing here says list items that are in demand and in season. So that's one of the things that I cannot agree, guys. I always tell the story that I was tired of literally being broke on summer. I got tired, and I was like, okay, what can I sell that will sell out on summer? Concert t-shirts. I have to teach myself, okay? And I was selling things, that literally Ramones, for example. I don't listen to Ramones, okay? But man, you get a Ramones t-shirt and it's $1,500. So it's just, I think that's very key to list anything you have, but also keep a trend, okay, that make sure you're listing some items, okay, that are on demand and they in season.
Yeah, and the other thing I'd like to say is Depop has like a newsletter, and they put a lot of time and work into
A
this.
lot of tips and hacks.
Right.
You
And
want to receive this newsletter. You do.
Right.
All you have to do, what is it, Trish? 50?
You have to list 50 items for 3 months in a row, 3 consecutive months, and you'll get on the list to get this newsletter. And it's so 50 items, 3 months, consecutive months in a row, and you'll receive Depop's exclusive newsletter. And what's great about that is it's written by Jack and Ryan. So anybody here who came to the Depop webinar, you know who they are. They were very smart. They knew a lot about their platform. And so they give out a lot of tips and tricks in that. And so that's something that I would ask you strive for. I mean, 50 items. So you're in the top bracket if you do 50 items. You'll get the newsletter if you're in the top, if you do the 50 items. So I would challenge you to do 50 items in the next 3 months. And we're going to talk about the contest in a little while too. That will help with that.
By the way, if you do that, okay, well, we need you because this contest is for this month. All I can tell you is this month of January. We'll have more, but this contest, all right, that is our first project together with Depop, okay? So this will be for the month of January. So I'm excited about that. So this definitely, start listing would get you qualified. We'll tell you later what you need to do exactly.
So let's talk about listing composition a little. Listing composition.
What is this listing composition?
Well, I think it's a little bit different than what we usually think about it, right? Because we usually have a title and then a description. And now you just kind of get one area to put everything in. So one of the things that Depop says is optimize your descriptions for keywords that buyers will search for. So, a lot of us, and we just talked about this in Mastermind the other day. 5 years ago, I didn't really think about keywords, right? It was a Ralph Lauren women's top, size large, red, and then you would throw in button down, you would throw in whatever it was at the end if you had room. That was kind of the title structure. That was kind of how people searched.
Right.
Search has changed a lot. And now people are searching much differently. And one of the things, they're searching by keywords. And so you want to make sure that boho, fairy goth or whatever, Victorian, whatever it is that this item is, sometimes can be as important as what the item is itself. And so keep that in there. But it also says to make sure you keep as many details as possible. You want your measurements, which most of us all do. You want the materials. And these are really, they feel, to increase buyer trust.
Yeah.
That they think that when the buyer sees the measurements and sees the material composition, that it gives them more trust in the platform.
That's right.
And then,
no, because sometimes, please don't do this of like, what is it? Cotton blend. Please don't do that. Okay. Please take the time to put the percentage. Okay. This is very important because most of us that we're buying clothing, okay, when it comes to deciding, it always comes down. There is a reason why Depop is telling you this is because literally measurement is to reduce returns. It makes everybody's life easier. careful with list perfectly any plan. You can create listing automatically from just 6 images. All right, so make sure, okay, that you always review, even if we put measurements, because we sometimes include measurements. Please review the measurements. Please review the composition of material. We populate automatically material in measurements of, and other things, but please review. This is what we're talking about when listing composition or optimization.
Right. And then after that, the next thing that Depop says is one of their foundations is the pricing. We kind of already touched on that.
Yeah.
But having aggressive to price your items competitively or aggressively on this platform, because there are no seller fees, because they're also it's not as much as an offer back and forth kind of platform as some of the other ones are. So, and you're going to get a lot of interest. You're going to get a lot of offers on things that nobody's ever going to buy. And you got to think about offers differently. Offers are not binding on Depop.
They're not binding.
They're not binding. And so a lot of times what Ryan had told us, Ryan from Team Depop had told us, is that people will, find a shirt they like, and then find 5 people that have it and send out it to everybody to see what kind of deal they can get or what interest.
Exactly. That's what I was going to tell you. Please set an automated offer so you can have room for negotiation, because this is expected on this platform, right, Trish?
Right. It's an expected behavior. Don't get annoyed by it. Don't get annoyed if somebody doesn't answer you. It's just the way this platform works.
If you're doing 100 and they send you an offer, let's say an offensive, whatever, counter offer, just always do the most minimal you can, and then just keep it real. Don't get offended. It's buyer behavior to see how far they can get.
Well, and it's also, I think, buyer behavior on this, that they offer you something and then go away and never come back. Exactly. But it's because they're not binding, so they just don't have the incentive to stay there.
Yeah.
So before we talk about this, though, I have a couple other things I want to talk about. First of all is what you need to do to be in the contest.
Oh, we're doing a conference now. That would be a good idea. All right. I'll present that idea with Team Depop. We should totally do like a reseller conference.
We totally should. Okay, so you need to be a List Perfectly user. The listings need to start in LP, right? So you need to be an LP user, and they need to start, and you need to cross list from List Perfectly. The second thing is you need an account on Depop, and you can have it from the time of the first.
Officially it's January 1st, okay, for people that sign up January 1st. But to those of you that are attending listing party, all right, you were there when Ryan and Jack came. Yes, you're also included. We'll make the exception for you. And yes, we do have a way to know. So yes, Tommy, you're included, okay? And we'll fix Depop for you, okay? So yes, those of you that attended the webinar.
That was the word I could not think of. That's why I was just like, oh yeah, what's that word? The webinar. So if you, sorry, I'm a cold. So if you attended the webinar, you didn't have an account before that, you are fine. That you're in this contest. Yeah. And so all you have to do to be entered is to cross list 10 items in a month. So I personally would tell you to do 50. You all can do 50. I have full faith in all of you that you can do 50, but you have to do at least 10.
Yeah.
Okay. So I just want to talk about boosting for a minute before we talk about what you get.
Please pay attention to this, because you really want to know about this. Okay, go Trish.
So boosted listings, I took this right from Depop itself. Boosted listings can help increase the visibility of your items on Depop, giving you a better chance of selling. When you boost a listing, it will appear as both a boosted, tagged with a boosted tag, and an organic listing in search, browse pages, and suggested for you. Boosting adds an extra placement that helps your items appear higher and reach more buyers. If a buyer finds and purchases your item without seeing it in a boosted tile, no boosting fee applies, so it's risk-free. So boosting is 8% They only have one percentage. It's 8% across the board. But here's the other thing that I find this interesting. Anybody who's been around for a long time, this is what eBay used to do. This is how eBay listings first started. You
Yeah.
had
Yes, back
right?
what 20?
Yes.
Yes, 20 years ago when I was listing with Mandy.
Exactly. You would, if you used a boosted list, promoted listings, you'd
Yeah.
end up with your regular tile, and you would end it up with a promoted one. And so sometimes both would end up on the same page. So Depop has kind of taken that view of it. Now we know eBay has gone off the deep end, and they are now in crazy land when it comes to promoting.
So are you upset about eBay? Come over to Depop, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Give eBay a break, okay? Let's show them that they need to. Why don't we get a little pause, because try Depop, okay? We love eBay, but I think that Trish, they went too far on that one, huh?
They went a little nuts with
Pretty
this.
much you're paying a fee whether the person buys the item or not.
Well, if they buy the item, it doesn't matter how they found the item, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now I want to look, Trish. I want to mention something, guys. Look at the last line of these boosted listings. It says no boosting fee applies if it is not found, okay, on the boosted tile. So that means, guys, let's say, for example, all right, you're doing, like I always tell you to do, social commerce, all right? Let's say that you did, like, again, Instagram is a channel and lists perfectly. You, on top of Depop, you click to Instagram, and Depop and Instagram get along very well. That's the audience. And imagine you get found, your listing gets found because you publish it on Instagram. And again, I'm not telling you to do every listing. Do your best finds or what you like the most, but definitely imagine you're running, you're boosting your listings, but also you're cross-listing to Instagram. And now you don't pay the boosting because you did the hard work with List Perfectly does it for you on giving you the social exposure and directing, creating that traffic by yourself. And that's nice at Depop, because you did that, it's not going to charge you. This is really nice. Just wanted to bring that up.
I agree with you. And so now that we all have those down. So third place, 15 winners will have 6 months of Depop free boosting. So for 6 months, you'll get to be able to boost all your items. And that's a great prize, because
15.
So it's a great reason to push your items over. And that's 15 winners. Second place is 10 winners. Again, they'll get 6 months free of the free boosting. They'll get $100 in cash, each of them. But then they'll also be invited to a 1-hour Depop Ask Me Anything session for the 10 winners. Now that's great. How many times do you get in a room with a platform and be able to ask the things you want to ask?
Yep.
Very rarely. Yep. So that is a really great prize. And again, all you need to do to enter to get any of these prizes is 10 listings that originate in List Perfectly. That's it. That's the only entrance.
Right.
Okay. And then top winner will be 5 winners. You'll get a 12 months of Depop free boosting. So we went from 6 to 12 for the 5 winners. They'll get a 20-minute exclusive shop consultation call with a member of Depop's Stellar Growth team. So that's one-on-one, them looking at your store, telling you what you could be doing to make more sales, et cetera, et cetera. But then you also will get $500 in cash. And that is great. You can buy more material to sell on Depop. You can upgrade a printer if you need to. $500 could really help you expand your business a little. So those are the prizes, Miss Clara.
And meanwhile, I was putting on the chat, okay, in case you haven't met the Team Depop, Ryan and Jack, here I put the link so you guys can go and see it yourself. The Team Depop are not joking around. They're putting people qualified in order to help you guys. So I'm very excited. Go watch, meet Ryan, meet Jack. they're incredible. That's the first webinar. And I'll just do a real quick, I'm going to share this screen, Trish, if you don't mind. Hello. All right. Okay. There we go. Okay, so here I am sharing our video. So welcome to Depop. All right. And then we have the Welcome to Depop webinar. We also did another one, Depop Growth Deep Dive. All right. And then this one was about pricing strategy and search optimization. And then we have Deep Growth Deep Dive offers, discounts, top seller insights, and seller tools. So that's something that it's really, really, really exciting. I want you to take a look at those webinars for the best practices with Depop.
And I just want to throw out there again, we are going to have something next month for existing sellers on Depop that are through List Perfectly. So if you've already been selling on Depop and you didn't qualify for this giveaway, we absolutely have something next month for you guys. And we really, really, really want to encourage all of you to be on Depop. We think Depop, and I say we, I mean Clara and I. Clara and I both think Depop is a growing platform, and they are really setting themselves up for success. Yeah. And we think they're going to be a major player. Not that they're not already, but we think they're going to be even bigger.
Oh, no. They're going to grow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say this, but especially when Poshmark has become so stern and firm, and it's leaving so little room sometimes, okay, for sellers to make a mistake. And then we have, look what Kathy is saying. Thank you, Kathy. We have marketplaces like Mercari. We collaborated in the past. Unfortunately, everything is AI, everything. We love our partners, okay? But we have to really acknowledge that Depop is setting up a solid foundation to be a seller-centric, because we are the ones putting the inventory. Without us, there is no marketplace.
Right. Exactly.
Really simple, very simple.
Nan missed what the requirements are, that you have to list 10 items from List Perfectly. Those are the only, so you're entered into the giveaway just once you hit the 10. So if you do more, you don't get more. I want you to do more. I'm going to encourage you to do the 50 so you can get on that newsletter. But 10 is all you need to do to get into the content.
But wait, Nan, I hope you're okay. 90 miles an hour wind gusts, battling my internet. Wow, you're doing great, Nan. We can read you, okay? Be safe, all right? And thank you for watching. Wow, even thunder, rain, or storm, we have people loyal watching us. There you go, List Perfectly.
Very good. And Crystal's here. She said her Depop sales have been increasing for sure. That's awesome to hear. I'm really glad about that.
Thank you, Crystal. Thank you so much. So what we have, I think, with Depop, okay. Oh, this is interesting. I don't know much about Depop. Excited to learn more. What is nice about Depop, guys, and the reason I like it is that they're international. Don't forget that this is an European-based company. Yes, they did came a little very European to the US, and they changed that direction. All right. So to those of you, if you were suspended, please send me a message in List Perfectly. Attention, Clara. Give me your shop name and the email address only that you use to log in. I'll pass it to Team Depop. We are very effective in reviewing suspensions. We know maybe you listed a butter knife and you might have got in trouble, or a pencil, which could be a stabbing item. Okay, so yes, so they are fixing those issues, and definitely Depop becoming very excited to become a little more flexible and also adding more categories. So yes, that's important to talk about. One of the things that I think that one of the misconceptions that also we want to help you guys to think, okay, is that Depop, okay, I'm too old for Depop, okay, I'm too old for selling on Depop. Nope, 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 nope. You never know. Okay. You never know. It's a different audience. Definitely they're adding categories as as possible, but they are appealing. They're more like style based. It's a very style based. So as a buyer, when I go to Depop, Depop will ask me, or you go through the platform and they help me discover my style, and that's how they send me the listings that you guys would match with my style fit.
So Valerie's in the chat and she wrote, I've been on Depop for about a year, but didn't start listing regularly until November at the time of the webinar. And I've had 20 plus sales. Feeding the beast works.
Wow.
And I really appreciate them saying that you need to list regularly, because it just goes to the importance of it. And I know I sound like a broken record. I say the same things all over again, but listing regularly is going to help you across the board. Jenny asked about a sweater with lights. It's an interesting thing.
Okay, careful. If it has beads, okay, guys, beads. Do not list anything with beads.
No, you can't sell the beads. No. If it has beads sewn onto it, you're fine. You can't sell loose beads.
Loose bead. But what about the sweater? I don't know, because it doesn't plug in. It could be with batteries.
I think it's long as what Jack said. This came up during the webinar. Jack said as long as it doesn't plug in and it doesn't have batteries in it when you sell it, right? Okay.
Yep. I did that with eBay when I used to do the ugly Christmas sweaters. Oh,
yeah, exactly.
Oh, yes.
Oh, she said, oh, you got an infraction for the sweater?
Oh,
interesting.
Send me a message on List Perfectly, and I would love to review that, okay? So I would love to see what we can do for you. If hopefully you're not suspended, but if you were suspended, reach me out and I will help. Oh, they removed it. Good. All right.
I was going to say, because I think it's as long as the batteries aren't in it, I think it was okay. Yeah. I had a battery operated toy that I got a violation. Yeah. Yep. So nothing. Most things cannot be electronic at anything. I think the sweater is kind of like because it's a fashion based.
And Cara, when you say that I had a battery operated toy, I'm just curious. I'm sure it didn't have batteries, right? And you still got in trouble. I just want to confirm that, okay? Thank you, Cara, in advance.
Julie wrote, even for those of us who remember when we landed on the moon, are we too old? Okay, Julie,
1969. Okay, so no, we're still selling Julie. Depop, okay, no, go ahead and sell it. Okay, don't worry.
And here's the thing: using List Perfectly, you get keywords, you get hashtags. We try to help you with this. So, I agree with you guys. It's kind of like a different way. You have to think about listing on Depop differently than you do on the other. But I think with our tools, it's easy to do and it's worth your time.
Right. Cara responded. Thank you, Cara. I did not have batteries. It said will not ship with batteries in the listing. Ooh, Cara, happy to help. Okay, would love to see your case and then bring it up to Team Depop and see what we can do.
So Tommy's asking about why did they ever explain this? And it's not like we use priority shipping. I got to be honest, it has nothing to do with the United States. This is all about the EU. They are an English-based company, and most of their items are sold at the moment in the EU. And what I was told is a lot of these rules are because of the rules of the countries over there, not us. So the fact that, like the butter knives, like the things like that, that is all because of their rules in the EU, not because of us. So I think that's the reason they stay away from the electronics is because there's so many rules around it in the EU, and they're just trying to stay away from it.
Yeah, Kathy says the same thing. I had a light up item removed, even though it said batteries were not included.
Yeah, I think just stay away from those. Yeah.
So if it
And
has batteries, stay away from it. Okay, but
yeah,
happy to bring this up to Team Depop and see if they can work out in it, and add that category this year. All right. So just
you-
please stay away from battery operated items. All right, because we're confirming right now that brought a couple of listing removals, no suspension so far as we know. PAP mode. If I use a VA to list on Depop, do they send me the code to log in? Ooh, okay. First of all, okay, okay, we're gonna get very legal here, okay, pop mode, okay. I think that only the person that signs up for the account can use the Depop account, but definitely I'm gonna get you an answer on that one. It's a good question. I wouldn't know right now, but we'll get the answer from Team Depop.
yeah, I'll find out for you. I'm just gonna screenshot this.
There it is.
Thank you.
All right.
Um,
Nice. Confirming that, yes, it was a listing removal. Thank you, Kathy. All right. Okay, Tommy says, did they ever explain why they don't? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I did. That's what I talked about. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Oh, we're doing good, Trish. All right. Anything? Oh, I wanna everybody. Do you need more information about Depop? Let me see here. I want to share. So I created incredible blog posts. Let me go here. Entire screen. Let me go to. We're gonna go to here. All right. So here is one of the blog posts. Okay, that we did with Team Depop, but this is a blog that I want to share with you. Depop welcomes multi marketplace sellers. Here is how to add it to your workflow. So did you know this blog is literally, okay, of course I had some influence, but this was curated by Team Depop. Okay, Trish, can you put the link, okay, on the
Yep.
yeah. So the thing is that not only they understand, okay, they are not gonna penalize you for removing listings because you sold it out in another marketplace. So this came, all right, from Team Depop, all right. So it's just something that I cannot be more so thankful. They understand that some sellers, they have that multi-marketplace strategy, and they're fine with it. Okay, so if you are one of those sellers that you're selling in multiple marketplace, all right, we have this blog curated by Team Depop, helping you understand that it's okay to have it in to sell in multiple marketplaces, and you can delist items that sold out on eBay or Poshmark or Mercari, and you will not get in trouble, or you will not get a penalty, or you will not lose your top seller status. And here is the link to the blog. There it is. I'm going to put it on the chat. So that was exciting because Ryan is so good at, it's so good.
I did put it in the chat. So now it's in the chat 25 times.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so everybody, be sure to go to that blog. That's fun. I love it. Thank you, Trish. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, any other questions? So, are we clear, everybody? We have an amazing contest. I'm going to add one more time. All right. Let's do a reminder, Trish. Okay. So, we have the first prize is 5 winners, $500 in cash, 12 months of free boosting on Depop, and then you get a 20-minute exclusive shop consultation with a pro, okay, team member of Depop from the seller growth team, that they're amazing on the seller growth team. Okay, we know some of those team members are Jack and Ryan, and they're amazing with our community. Then the second prize, Trish, if you can go, is a 10 winners.
Yep.
Ask me anything session. All right, 1 hour. Ask me anything. 10 winners now. 6 months of Depop free boosting, and you still get cash. You get $100 cash, and then the third prize is 6 months of Depop free boosting, free. So your listing gets boosted for free. So all you have to do is source more, list more, and you're gonna sell more.
It's a good contact. I mean, it's a good giveaway.
Yeah, it's a good
All
giveaway.
you need to do is enter, and everyone has the same chance. It's a good giveaway. It's good prizes, and I look forward to seeing what happens.
Me too. Well, this has I think we're coming to an end. If anybody has any questions, I want to thank everybody for watching us. If you have any questions, you still have time.
Please give us a thumbs up. We'd really appreciate it. Helps us get some more newer resellers over here. We really try to give good, solid reselling advice. So, we would love anybody. You got anybody in your life who's a reseller? Send them our way. We'd love to talk to them.
Absolutely. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Don't forget that we have 3 other webinars that we did with Depop. You have Welcome to Depop. You have from pricing, styling, you name it. Okay, so we have the tools. Go to List Perfectly YouTube. You can also go to our blog, or you can join us in Listing Party and see, because sometimes Team Depop shows up there all of a sudden. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Trish, for a great presentation. I love the presentation.
Sure. Thank you. No problem.
Thank you, everybody. Have an amazing weekend. Have many sales, and let's keep listing. List. Thank you, everybody.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye.